Dear Mayor Durkan, how many more times does this need to happen under your watch before you do something about it?
We've got to cut through the noise.
Most notably, the noise of another shooting in the now infamous Seattle CHOP. Although I'm not calling it a protest anymore, people's lives are being put at risk. It's not peaceful. It's not constitutional. It's not a protest. I don't know what it is, but there's been at least 3 shootings there in the last week. And it doesn't seem to be going away like the mayor of Seattle said it was going to be. We'll get into it. First, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss next time we put out a video here. Now I'm going to play some footage that I scoured. I scoured the dark web for... Not really, it was on Twitter. I found some video and audio of the most recent outbreak of bullets in the CHOP happened last night. And just be advised, you're gonna hear gunshots. You're also going to hear some language as well.
Precinct! Last warning! Go to the precinct! If you want to be safe, go to the precinct. Let them know that. We have active shooters out. You hear that?
There's the shots.
Go! Go ahead. Fuck, there is a lot of shooting going on right now. There's a car, a white SUV driving around the perimeter of CHAZ, just popping off shots. So far, as far as I know, nobody's been wounded or shot.
Unfortunately, that is not how the evening turned out. Fox News reports 1 man has died and another remains hospitalized in critical condition Monday following the latest shooting in Seattle's Capitol Hill. 2 males suffering gunshot wounds arrived at Harborview Medical Center's emergency department. The shooting victim, who arrived at the hospital at 3:30 from the CHOP area on Capitol Hill in Seattle, was unfortunately died. A spokeswoman for the hospital told Fox News. The other male arrived at about 3:15 a.m. by private vehicle. He remains in critical condition. I believe one of the, I guess it would be the victim who has now succumbed to his injuries. That man died. He was, I believe, transported via fire department medics. 1 victim arrived at the hospital by private vehicle from the CHOP around 3:15. The second was transported to the hospital by fire department medics and arrived at the hospital around 3:30. One of the victims has gunshot wounds to their hip, arm, and the temple. This obviously hasn't been updated to say that one of them was a fatality. My problem with this is it could have been avoided. What do you mean by this? Well, I mean that the mayor of Seattle told us that they were going to be dismantling the organized protest. They were going to be taking this down. They were going to be taking the barriers down. In fact, they had construction crews that were coming to take the barriers away, as you can see here. But the squatters who have taken over this public land decided to lay in front of the construction crew, halting them Nothing was done about this. The construction crew eventually went home. This happened a couple of days ago. Now, there's been another fatality. Now, we don't know who was shooting in the area. We don't know. The police are still... That's the thing about this. The police are investigating this. Yeah, the same police who are supposed to be defunded are the ones that now have to deal with this mess. How does that make any sense? I don't see the line of reasoning here. The Epoch Times reports that response times to crimes inside of the Capitol Hill area have soared. The lawlessness forced local businesses to close as occupiers intimidated residents, prospective customers, employees, and delivery drivers. They couldn't even open their businesses inside or near the zone because of all of the lawlessness happening. Officials were supposed to publicly outline plans to dismantle the zone by June 27th. Just in case you're wondering, that's 2 days ago. This whole area was supposed to be over with. Or lawyers representing the plaintiffs would file a court order, but the lawyers agreed not to file the order. They're probably going to change their mind now. The Seattle Police Department didn't return to the East Precinct on June 26th. The city spokesperson told them. A mayoral spokesperson told the Associated Press that there were no plans to return to the precinct over the weekend. In fact, in that video we just watched, you can hear them saying, go to the precinct if you want to be safe. I find that a little ironic. The Mayor Durkan met with organizers to discuss the restoration of the Capitol Hill area and long-term changes to transform policing. Meanwhile, her actual police force is investigating now 2 homicides. Fantastic job. What a mess. What a mess. I found on Twitter this is supposed to be pictures of the vehicle that was used in the shooting. I'm not sure. It might be. I'm not sure. Honestly, we're still just finding things out. One of the reporters, because in the video you can hear them say that there's a white SUV going around popping off shots. Well, one of the reporters for the local station says he lives in the area and woke up to gunfire at around 3 in the morning. You can see, I believe that is the same vehicle right there. I'm not sure. Might not be. But it looks pretty similar to the pictures I found that people are claiming is the vehicle that was used. My main problem is with the lack of support for normal law-abiding citizens who live near the area or in Seattle or work near the area that have done nothing wrong. They didn't run the police off. Now they can't go to work. Now they're out of a job. Now they're scared for their safety. That's a heck of a way to show your support for Seattle, Mayor Durkan, by allowing this clown show to continue while people are actually being gunned down. I hope this is the last time that I get a notification saying there's been another shooting in CHAZ. I'll see you next time. One of the things you can do to make yourself more happy right now, this has been proven, if you hit that little subscribe button. Once you tap on the little bell, hit notifications, hit all of them, a box of puppies will show up at your front door. I'm not sure how it happens. I think Amazon's involved somehow. Not a sponsor, but go ahead and try it out.